And finally, we got the main event. We got Brandon the Assassin Baby Moreno taking on Brandon Raw Dog Royval. And high level fight between two of the best flyweights in the UFC. And this is another rematch from a fight from 2020 where Brandon Moreno was able to get the win. But just like the co-main event, there was an injury on the ground that led to Brandon Royval getting finished. So there was a little bit of controversy in the fight. So they're going to get a definitive winner this time around. And Royval seemed really upset about how the first fight ended and seemed confident in how the fight was going, which I was a little surprised by because Moreno was definitely dominating the fight. But I've never been a big Brandon Royval guy. Like, if you look at his last fight when he fought for the belt, both these guys' last loss was to Pantoja, so they're both coming off title fight losses. But Royval got dominated, whereas Moreno made it a really, really entertaining fight. And Royval, to me, has always had flaws, like when you get him to face this level of opposition. The guy's extremely fun to watch, super rangy guy that brings the knees, brings dynamic attacks, spins, elbows. I just feel like he doesn't have the greatest boxing or the greatest defense. I think Moreno, with his jab, can win the fight just off the jab alone. He just has to stay technical, defensively sound, and use that jab on the feet. And I think he can beat up Royval just with the jab. And Moreno can get the takedowns here, man, just like he did in the first fight. That's the issue with Brandon Royval. The guy's so wild on the feet that gives up the takedowns, and he thinks he can be aggressive off his back and create scrambles, submit you. But when you're getting into this higher level upper echelon in the division, these guys aren't going to get tired in the scrambles. They're just going to, follow you, flow with you, and keep you on the ground. And they're not going to get submitted or get beat up on the mat and lose off you winning with strikes off your back or submissions off your back. Like 9 out of 10 times, you're not going to be able to be on the right side of that type of fight. I feel like Moreno could take him down and get into dominant positions, control him pretty easily. We saw him do that in the first fight. I think he could submit him with the rear naked choke even potentially. And on the feet, I think he's going to be able to control the chaos. I think he's going to be able to use the jab. I think he's going to be able to use his boxing to negate all the crazy wild attacks that Brandon Royval is going to be doing. I think Royval is going to be very emotional and fighting wild and crazy in this fight because he is trying to get the loss back and he's coming back off his first title loss. It seems like he's a little emotional from that loss, whereas I think Moreno, he's a former champ. He's fought so many title fights in a row recently that he's an unflappable vet at this point, and I don't think that he's going to be feeling that same pressure. And you can't forget, even if this fight is competitive and close, Moreno's probably going to win the decision, just like we saw in the fight with Askar Askarov, where it looked like, or actually that was kind of, I don't know why I said that, now I'm thinking about it, it's like complete opposite, where Askarov got the draw when I thought Moreno won. But you have to think, I don't know, maybe not. Now that I said that, I kind of am psyching myself out. But you have to think that judges are probably going to be leaning towards Moreno if it's a close fight still, even though they didn't the last time they were in Mexico. But I don't necessarily see this as a close fight. I think Moreno's going to be able to dominate. I think Royval is going to be able to hang in there and be tough. So I wouldn't be surprised if this fight even went all 5 rounds. But I think Moreno's going to win this one. And I think he could win by submission, by TKO, or by decision. I feel like his line is accurate. I think he could even be like a minus 400 favorite. So I like Moreno in this spot. I think he's going to be able to get the victory and look pretty good doing it. I think he's definitely a threat for the title and probably the best fighter in that division outside of Pantoja. So Brandon Moreno is going to be my prediction to get the job done in the main event. So there you have it, guys. That's the full card breakdown and predictions for UFC Mexico City. UFC Brandon Moreno versus Brandon Royval. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something. Like I said at the beginning of the video, hit that like button, put a comment down below, share the video. I feel like we're on a roll right now, giving out great predictions, great advice. We've cashed 7 weeks in a row on Patreon, so want to get as many eyeballs on these videos as possible. So if you enjoy the content, definitely share it. I would really appreciate that. Interact with the video as well. And as far as my parlay of the week goes for this week, I'm going to give you a parlay with Daniel Zellhuber and Brandon Moreno. So that's going to be my parlay of the week. And my most confident pick is going to be Yasmin Hargui as the prediction. So there you have it, guys. That is everything that I'm going to be giving you guys for this card. If you want to go get extra breakdowns for this week for all the events that I did shout at the beginning of the video, like KSW, LFA, ACA, Uriah Faber's A1 Combat, PFL, Ryzen. There's even a couple others. So ton of events going on this week. So definitely a great week to go to patreon.com/Prediction Guru. Already got bets for this fight card as well. Several of them available. So get there as quick as possible to get the best odds. And we're going to keep it rolling with this win streak, man. We're going to be cashing out for the whole year. I'm feeling pretty confident, pretty good with my reads, breakdowns, predictions, bets. So in a good groove right now. Hopefully everyone else is feeling good, feeling confident, having a good year. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Like I said, would really appreciate support on this video and interaction. And I'll talk to you guys later.